Choosing your reality is something that we all can do. It's a process that's easy for us to focus on everything. Like every day we're focusing. Every day we're focusing on good things or we're focusing on bad things. It depends on what you focus on is the reality that you end up in. So every day we're creating the reality that we choose to live in. We've all got major things going on in our lives too. So I completely understand that, you may have just separated from your partner. You may have been feeling, really sad, really depressed, really upset about work, or someone that's really hurt you, someone who's said nasty things to you or has been abusing you in some way. There's so many things that can really make us feel terrible, make us feel like we're in this place of, how can things get better than this? Because often we think they can't. We're brought up in a world where we're conditioned to think that life is hard, life is mean, life is unfair, all these things. And I was the same, totally the same. My life was hard. It wasn't as hard as some people's, and it wasn't as easy as others either. So we've all got this relativity of what life is, and what hard is, and what we've suffered, and what we have got that's good in our lives. And so wherever you're at, you can change your focus. You can really change where you want to be, where you want to go. Say if you're at work and the boss is being mean to you and making you do extra work, and you can't get home, you can't see your kids, you're under the pump, you've got so much stress, you've got so much weight on your shoulders, your head is full, you're feeling really shitty and things are really crap. You think, how on earth can I make things better? You can dream. A lot of people think, oh, I'll buy a lotto ticket and I'll win lotto and my life will change. Well, that kind of thing doesn't usually happen, because it's about being in a space of happiness and joy to bring in more and more joy. When you're focusing on all the crappy things that have happened in your life, it's when you actually bring in more crap. So if you're focusing on my boss is mean, you're going to get more meanness from your boss. You're going to find more things that he's done to piss you off, more things that you've done wrong, or things that he may have done wrong, or that you have to fix, or you're always fixing everybody else's problems, or all those things. You're creating more and more energy to bring negative stuff to yourself. So our bodies are made up of energy, and we're all puzzles. We're 100% puzzles. People are attracted to the energy that we put out there. If we're putting out energy that says life is hard, my boss is mean, my boss gives me, all this work to do, and he's not grateful and he's disrespectful, or those things, then your energy is saying, this is what I expect. And it's like radiating out, I expect this negativity. And then what's going to come back? It's not going to bring back goodness, because you're not expecting it, right? It's going to bring back more and more negativity, and you end up getting more and more low, more and more like down. And this is where depression, all those things can come in. So the best way to start moving yourself out of this is to start thinking about the good things that he does. You might think there's nothing, right? There's absolutely nothing he does that excites me or makes me happy or anything. But you might start thinking, oh, I quite like his shoes. He wears nice shoes. My boss is a good dresser. He actually is quite cool. And his shoes make me smile. And if it's something as simple as that, and you're focusing on the little things, it's amazing how the little things can actually grow. So you might hear him saying something nice to someone else, like he might say good morning to a colleague, whereas he hasn't said good morning to you for ages, right? So he might say good morning, and then go, oh, that's so nice that he said good morning. I really like that. I really appreciate that he said good morning to that person. And you start building this energy, and you start shifting the vibration, where things are actually really like you're expecting good things. And then once you've shifted out of that negative vibe, and this can take months, it's okay. Like, we can do things, and then we can slip back into our old patterns. We can just go into negativity so easily. But as long as you catch yourself and just pull yourself back even 2 or 3 times a day to start with, and just keep moving into that space of positivity, and be grateful for the fact that you have this experience, that be grateful that your boss has great shoes, and be so grateful that he said good morning to a colleague. Because when you're in gratitude, it's really hard to be upset and angry and bring on the negative feelings. You might even be grateful for the desk that you have, or the environment that you're in, or the grateful for the fact you can go out and have your coffee, or go out and have your lunch, or that you can go for a walk, or these things that that you can find within your environments that will be good, because nothing will ever be 100% crappy. Just take a look around you at the moment. You might have a really nice cup on your desk, and you might have a really nice rug on the floor. You might have something around you that you think, yeah, I like that bit. So those are the sort of things that you focus on, because what you focus on grows. And when you can start moving into that space, you'll automatically notice when your beliefs come up. So when you start going into positivity and start thinking about, oh, he's got nice shoes, you'll probably get a but he does this, or but this happens, or but that. And usually that is the belief. So what I do with that is to look at, okay, there's a belief. Where did it come from? Is it true? Like, if you really unpicked that feeling, that emotion, is it true for everybody that you know? Is it true that every single person in the world has that experience? Is it absolutely 100% true? If you can prove that it is, then that would be kind of crazy. But 99.9% of the time, it's actually not a truth for everybody. So therefore, it becomes a belief. Then once you've unpacked that, quite often it might disappear, or you can do some techniques to shift that energy. But becoming aware of that belief is really awesome. Beliefs start, and patterns and things start from back when you were younger. So between the ages, actually 30 days before you're even thought of, and then through your pregnancy, and then through the first 7 years of your life. That's where everything is recorded, and everything that happens after 7 is just a repeat process. So we go back in time and find where the same pattern happened. Maybe your parents had the pattern, maybe you modeled it, maybe you watched it or observed it from somebody else. Maybe it was a neighbor or a babysitter or somebody who came in. Maybe it was a teacher or a grandparent or an auntie or uncle, or someone that you had that feeling with. So if you can unpick it, work out where it came from, that is absolute gold, so much gold. Because if you can clear the energy back at that early stage, that's when you can shift the energy of what you expect. So when you change the vibration around you, if your energy is putting out there saying, I expect people to disrespect me, you will find person after person after person who will keep disrespecting you. They might disrespect you by like taking your place in the queue. They might disrespect you by saying something that actually offends you. There's so many different things that they can do. But as soon as you clear the energy of disrespect, and that vibration is gone, then all of a sudden, there's nobody out there who has a matching pattern. If they have a pattern of disrespecting others, they're not going to gel with you. The energy is just going to bounce right off. So that's how you can change your life. You shift the energy, you shift what you expect, you shift the focus, and you shift what's around you that's actually attracting all this negativity. It's just gold.